Be Like David Basketball here. And when we talk about velocity, the correct biomechanics to gain velocity on our shooting and passing, we're talking about using our body correctly to transfer energy into our shot motion or our passing motion. Okay, the shot motion that we're transferring energy to is this motion here. That L, extend and lock at the elbow, upwards. When we pass, the L is now here. Extend at the elbow, and lock at the elbow, the ball will shoot out. But we need to understand that with baseball players and football players, they have that delay so they can gain more velocity. With baseball players, when they're going to throw that baseball, they don't just come over top and their shoulder beats their hips, because then they have no leverage and no sling and they lose velocity. What they do is start with the legs, stride, twist their hips, and then this comes. And they'll also do a technique where they'll lift their leg, stride, turn the ball this way. My hips are rotated, then my arm goes through, transferring all that energy into the pass. Football players the same. When we showed the piece on the quarterback who was struggling with his biomechanics because he was throwing like this, and that was hurting his arm and his career, until he met with some professionals to teach him the correct biomechanics to do so.
If you think hip disassociation is a bunch of mumbo jumbo, just ask Josh Allen. His rookie year, he didn't have it, and completed only 52% of his passes. On top of that, he dealt with nagging shoulder pain.
Chris shows you examples of how efficient you should be. And I was like, you know what? In order for everything to kind of like time up better, I'm gonna try to drop my arm a little bit. Now, once I start my throwing motion, get my foot in the ground quick, this is going and this is still coming around. Like every rotational, it's golfing, it's swinging a baseball bat, of staying on that back foot, and it's this, right? Where I want to throw everything and have this stay back as long as possible, and as it comes through, to be as snappy as possible. It's like the catapult almost, right? Where everything is...
Right? That hip turn first generates that elasticity, stored energy. And then the arm comes behind that elasticity, gathering all those vectors towards the target, having velocity in that throw. That same delay to gain velocity in our throwing with shooting is crucial in basketball as well. And the way we achieve that is by not shooting first with our upper body, letting our upper body lead. We go down first, and notice my ball's in a relaxed position right here. I haven't even established my shot position, which is the L. Down first, then I establish that, then I extend. Okay? That delay, that sequence of delay, is what drives and transfers the energy into that motion as late as possible, so I can gather those energy forces and put it into up from my feet, up through my legs, up from the ground, all the way into that last movement, which is my arm. Okay, that delay is this. When I'm shooting, down first, then there. Okay? We don't want to go down and have this established, because now our energy is somewhere in our shoulders and chest. Down here, you'll feel that energy gather in your legs, and then it comes up and through this shot motion. That's that lag, that delay, that sends all the energy up top and into that shot motion, creating velocity. And on top of the velocity you have generated from this lever action here, by extending and locking that, that is generating a good amount of throwing power or energy, but this will give you the amount you really are searching for every time. Okay, and it's about having that lag, having that shoulder and hip dissociation when we prepare to shoot every time, to have control and velocity of our projectile when aiming at our target. And that's that delay. Practice it.